Today I'm going to talk about the emo age limit. I'm going to talk about this because some people are unsure about their age and emo, and yeah, sometimes people ask me if they still can be emo at that age, and yeah, so they're very insecure about it. But also, there are also people that think people are too young or are too old to be emo. And today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the age limit of emo. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, but first, let's talk about, can someone be too young to be emo? There are a lot of kids that ask me if they're too young to be an emo. But actually I believe you're emo from the inside, and actually it's not your appearance. That's something I believe. I think when you love emotional hardcore, then you're already a real emo and you already have an emo inside yourself. And you also feel love to the emo subculture, so then somehow you have an emo inside you. So I think you're never too young to be emo. Actually, I think it will be very cool when I was a real emo kid in my past. Like I was a 9-year-old emo girl. I think that will be really cool. Like Wednesday from the Addams Family. She's also very young. But gothic. So I actually think that's a very cool idea. But yeah, actually mostly I think parents are the problem. Some parents don't like their kids being emo. But actually I think they can deserve for you. If you're emo, then you're emo. And if you're not, then you're not. But lucky, there are also a lot of parents that aren't doing difficult and are very easy like my parents, and I believe there are a lot of parents that allow their kids being emo at a young age. And now let's talk about, can someone be too old to be an emo? Well, I think most emos are aged between 15 years old and between 30 years old, I think. That's the age of most emos, I think. But like I said before, I think you're emo from the inside. I think it's a love to the emo subculture someone is feeling that makes you emo, and love to the music. So I even think you can't be too old to be an emo. And there are also very old emos that exist. I've seen an emo guy that was older than 40 years old, I think. So they exist. But yeah, the most oldest emos I know are in their 30s. So I think older emos exist, and I actually do really have respect for them because they feel really emo and they hold it on. But there's also something I believe that exists, that's a generation clothing style movement actually. Because every time when I'm watching two older people like in their 80s, those older people always wear a clothing style that younger people won't wear today. That's something I see a lot. So last time I searched on Google from clothing styles from the past, and actually it's very similar to 80 years old today actually. So I think people have, when they are younger, a clothing style, and they're taking it with them when they're getting older. And yeah, and younger people aren't interested in that clothing style anymore. But yeah, but when I watch from girl hairstyles that were popular in the 50s, I see that was short hair and curly hair, and now no one will do that today because everyone sees this as an old woman look, but old women do still wear this hairstyle today. So I think it's a generation clothing style movement actually. They're taking it with them. And I also believe it's something that will happen with the emo clothing style. Emo was a clothing style that was very popular in 2005 till 2012. But I believe this clothing style is much more loved by people from that age than people that are now young, I think. So they're taking it with them, I think. That's something I believe. And yeah, I know a lot of emos are in their 30s and 20s, so I think that's something that's really going on. I think younger people aren't interested in emo, but it's the older generation. So yeah, emos take the emo style with them to the future. But also I think often about is that people with a regular clothing style dress to their age. Like an older woman in her 50s doesn't dress like a girl from 15. I think that's not the same style, and I actually believe that's something emos also have to do. I think some emos do have a teener style, but I think when an emo is getting older, then you have to watch out that you're not going to wear an emo teener style. I think you have to wear an older emo style that belongs to your age, I think. Because when an old woman of 50 is dressing a teener outfit, I think that would look very sad, and I think that's not something that looks beautiful. So that's something I also think often about, but I actually think people already do this by themselves. That's something I believe, because when people are getting older, I believe they're automatically changing their clothes, and I also believe you can hold this on in an emo style. Well, okay, lucky I'm still young and I can wear this outfit, but I think I'm going to adopt myself also when I'm getting older in an emo style. Well, that was my new video. I hope you think it was interesting, and I hope you learned something about it. So, bye!